Hello, welcome. So, hello, Kango Fango, judging by the message right there. Hello, hello. Hello. So, Trainz. Yes. How's ya? Oh, I'm good. Thank you for asking. So, yesterday, I updated to Trainz Service Pack 2, which means that it's the new version. It's the new version. I'm not sure what has changed. I know some things have changed, but I'm not sure exactly of everything that's changed. I'm not aware of everything that's changed. So we may run into some situations where things are a bit different than they used to be. So, here we go. Hello, Mr. W. Hello, hope everyone's well. I'm not feeling completely all there today, so I'm going to skip this one. Hope it goes good. Okay, well, I hope you feel better soon. My suggestion is to get plenty of sunshine, because that always makes me feel better. So, yes, hope you get soon. Hi. Also, hello, Slovak Eagle and Chris, says says Kango Fango. Yes, hello. And bye, hope you'll feel better soon. Yes. So this is the new menu screen, main menu. You can see here. Also, I've got a first class ticket active, so if we need to download anything, then we're good to go. Right. So, I've also been fixing the Comet Mountains Railroad, which will be available as DLC soon. Yes. Although I do need to do quite a bit of stuff on it to make it work with TRS-19 properly and Service Pack 2 especially. So yes, by the way, this is the map I've made. Yes. So, we are going to be working on... Also, here's a strange thing. I've got two maps of the ones that are supposed to come with Trainz, TRS-19. You can see, this happened when I installed Service Pack 2. Probably one of these is the outdated version, one of them is the newest version. However, I'm not entirely sure which is which, so I'm not going to touch it at the moment. Yes. Right, so not this one. Where was it? This one. There we go. Map looks lovely, thank you very much. Hello, Slovak Eagle, how's your mic? Which is which? Well, that's the pitch. The kitchen took a switch. Or how does it go? Not sure exactly how that went. Yes. So, this is where we left off last time. Cane fields, going far back. And the Y. Why? So that basically trains can go in here from each direction. And they can cross over as well. And, well, I made this little bit here. Little yard, or start of a yard. And we put the tracks, the tire tracks in. So let me actually change the time of day so that it's something a bit easier to work with. Maybe something like this, I'd say. Hi, Chris. Yes, hello, Chris. At all. Hi, at all. Well, I'm good that you're at all good. Hello, my mic is still bad. Oh, I hope it'll feel better soon. Yeah, me too. Also, something important happened when I updated. Because when I updated to Service Pack 2, when it loads, look at this. Do you see it? It took me a little while to realize as well. Do you see it? Look, the shadows work. They work again. The shadows work. Yes. Isn't that amazing? I do have the tree detail reduced quite low in an attempt to, well, to combat lag, basically. However, this area looks like it lags a little bit less now than it did in Service Pack 1. Not sure if the traffic issue is fixed or not. I haven't had a chance to try that out yet because traffic seems to either not be spawning at all or very rare in Service Pack 2. So, yeah. Just have a nice look at our F7, which is currently being recoaled. Well, it's on the wrong track to be recoaled, but it would be recoaled. Haha. So, yeah, just the shadows just look really good. Anyway, so shadows. Oh, okay, I'll read chat. Chris, imagine if you just now had actually tagged every single Twitch account. There would be a lot of confused people in that case. The shadows! Yes, shadows also. The which is which part was a reference to the Pixel Playhouse in Enola Holmes musical. Oh, I see. I did not realize. The riddle part. Shadows, will you put a water tower in this town? Water tower in the town? Isn't there already one? Actually, no. No, there is one there. Look. There's one. There is a water tower there. Unless you mean one for the town itself, not only for the trains. Although they've got the lake down there, which should be good, in addition to the river. Nope, traffic problem was not fixed. Ah. Well, thanks for telling me. Should I cold for the heating? No, just in general to be able to drive. Yeah, for the time. Oh, that might be the reason of the lag right after press enter. What do you mean by that? Maybe in Service Pack 3? Well, we can hope. However, this also has shadows now. You can see it's got these shadows there. There they are. That will be too long of a wait. Depends. What was that referring to, sorry? Yeah, I don't know either. Right, so I guess we'll continue with the fields. I want... Okay, so here is another loading area. I guess I should probably choose how I want these loading areas, what I want these loading areas to look like first, so then I know how much space to allocate to them, which means I'll actually quit Trainz again and look up what these kind of things look like. Well, there's this way of doing it. Just a big grabby tractor. Oh, that's not how you spell cane. That's how you spell cane, and it's one word. Ah, I see. Probably tried to transport a bit too much there. Let's do sugarcane train loading. Interesting. Well, here it looks like there's some sort of a hopper-based system. Yeah, here they've got like a crane to load bundles of sugarcane in, which this is probably what it will look like, because this looks like an older picture. Here they've got a mounted crane. Right, so it would be crane operated loading. Okay. Interesting. Oh, that might... alright. To the tag. Tagged. Oh, I see. Oh, of course, so it lagged. The reason for the lag, because it messaged all those people. Ah, I see. That's clever. Right. Also, I found out the game crashes on Scar Hills not because of trains, but because of some object. That is strange, because... I mean, I can show you right now. I've got the newest version of Scar Hills downloaded. This is the Scar Hills version from the download station. If I go into edit route, give it a minute. Alright, that makes sense. Yeah, I can see, for me, it loads fine on the version that's on the DLS. You can see, everything's okay, it doesn't crash. I can go through the entire route, and it works perfectly fine. And this is the version from the DLS. Yes. Alright, makes sense. Prepare for tens of thousands of private messages then, Chris. However, no one cares about the got tag because there are still only 3 viewers if we can trust the display. Oh, I see. 1890s synthwave music in the background is top notch. Well, I guess so. Also, top notch. Do you think that has anything to do with notches on trains? When they... The top notch, the most powerful thing, or... I don't know. Maybe it's got something like a notch where something's cut out. Oh, that's the wrong thing. That's the... Common Mounds Railroad. I've been working on that basically all day, so that's why I automatically tried to load that one. And succeeded at loading that one. Yeah, if it would have tagged everyone in the stream. You're right, but I meant if it had tagged every Twitch account. I was just editing Scar Hills again. I replaced it all. The moment I went to Martintown, the game crashed. That is strange. Maybe you could try... Maybe you could try re-downloading the route, perhaps, if it got corrupted, and maybe deleting it, re-downloading it from the DLS. Maybe that could help. It is around the steel mill area as well. I have no idea what could be causing this. 1890s synthwave music? No, 1980s, of course. Could. What? Lol, Shadow's needs some reading school. No, I deliberately said what I said. And that wasn't even joking. It was just a joke. 1890s, because, yeah. Because I had recognized synthwave, and then 1890s synthwave music. Just found it really amusing. I just imagine this sheriff guy in a sandstorm going into the local saloon, going over to the piano and telling the one sitting there, synthwave please, the modern stuff. Already did try re-downloading. Huh. Well, I did update the Tane assets pack in the content store thing. Maybe that's got something to do with it, that it doesn't crash for me? I don't know. Right. So we need a crane. There is maybe we can use a steam donkey. If I've got one. I never know if the misreads are intentional or not. Most of the time they are not intentional, but in that case it was. I did that too. I doubt that. You don't use any chain assets in that area. Didn't use any chain assets in that area. For example, there it was unintentional in the misread. I honestly don't know. I really don't. My guess is on the coal unload industry. Why? Why is that your guess? It is a really old asset or something. Is it? It is an old asset, but it works just fine for me. Actually, Slovak, if you try to place that asset on just a new route, if you just create a new route, try to place that asset, does it crash? I really need to put this industry on the temp locked layer. Just so that I don't accidentally move it. Because now you can see, I can move this however I want. Wait, so the yes... Wait, I can't remember. The yes Slovak Eagle, was that referring... Was that answering Kango's question or my question, whether it crashed if you placed it on a new route? Because I got a little confused which way around it goes. That went. Shadows, it was referring to mine. Oh, I see. He posted before. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I wasn't completely sure. I thought he did, but I wasn't sure. I think that something like this might actually be good. Which means that this junction lever will have to go on the other side. But it's not the correct one either, so that's really fine. That object is built in though. Huh. Kango's question of it being old. Very strange. Yes, indeed, very strange. Because the strange thing is that the version of the DLS doesn't crash for me. The version that you gave me, Slovak, does crash at that location. Maybe some asset got corrupted and it's trying to load that asset, but then it wouldn't make sense because it would crash. It wouldn't crash for me. I thought it was a train because on my version it doesn't crash, on your version it does. And I thought the only thing, well, actually, I'm going to look for all DLS assets located in that area in the Train route to see which assets could be causing this and go one by one. That is quite a lot of work. Quite a lot of work. But how can I just don't understand how this could be working. I mean, what could this be caused by? Because if we've got the same route installed, then and we're on the same, well, I'm on the Mac version of Trainz and you're on the Windows version of Trainz. But the crash that I had was caused on the route that you gave me. So wouldn't that logically mean that it's something you... No, it wouldn't happen. It wouldn't happen. Because you got the same versions I have. It doesn't make sense. In a build number on an asset? Don't think so. Because... the thing is, I thought, okay, because it's kind of contradictory, because on the one hand, the version that Slovak giving me, crashing for me, but the version on the DLS not crashing, would indicate that it's something that Slovak has added onto the root that makes it crash. However, Slovak uninstalling the root, re-downloading it from the asset store so that he has the same version that I have, and it crashing for him, but not for me, would indicate that it's something local to his system, not something added in the Trainz, in the root that he gave me. But that can't be, because then it wouldn't have crashed for me if it's local to him. But if it's something in the root, then it shouldn't be crashing for him if he's got the same root on the DLS, which is the one that I have currently installed. So they seem to be contradictory, so maybe there are actually two things going on here. Maybe there's something local to Slovak's system in addition to something he added crashing my game, and they're not the same thing at all, even though it's just a coincidence that it happens at the same location, by Martintown, by the steel mill. Maybe one of them is broken. Shall is asset store? Version of the asset. Oh, I misspoke then. Let's look for bundle. I want to... well, that's not right, really. I want something that kind of resembles sugarcane bundles, like what we saw. So maybe... stick? Something? Nah. Bunch. I mean, I can always make my own asset. I mean, I know how to get static models into Trainz, so I could make my own sugarcane things that are here. However, as for the wagons, I don't know. I may need to make my own wagons, but I don't know how to do that. So I'd also have to make a load. Actually, is there a sugarcane load? Let me check. Let's search for sugar. Yeah, there's a sugarcane load. I wonder what that load is for. Maybe try searching for brushwood or Reisig on the DNS. Maybe. Anyway, it doesn't matter at the moment. I only want to get a rough idea of how big this area needs to be. Does the sugarcane load look good in Hopper's gondolas? Ah, that is a good question. I shall have a look at it. Sure, let's try this one. Doesn't list it anymore. That is strange. I'll quickly go out and back in again. See if that helps. Also, anyone know any good Japanese level crossings? Well, Slovak Eagle might be able to help you there. Or maybe Brandt. Or Swadar. Because they've been working quite a lot on Japanese routes. I can't seem... I'm not able to add sugarcane to this one. Maybe try a different... No, not one of these ones. Different one. Nope, that's a well car as well. That's a loco. That's an Arriva train. Why do I have an Arriva train? Oh, well, I don't know. Actually. Alright, the search filter's gone. The search filter's gone. ATLS JP. Interesting. Makes sense. Thank you, I will have a look later on. Good. Ah, here we go. Sugarcane. This one can load it. Let's see what it looks like. Probably put it in the wrong field, actually. Yeah, this one doesn't have the right kind of stuff. Maybe try this one. Nope, it doesn't look like it can be loaded in gondolas. I think that it has to be loaded in boxcars. Really, though? Apparently so. Oops, wrong. Did not mean to do that. Let's actually try loading it in one of the other slots. Nope. Nope. Oh, hello, Chris. Welcome. You're orange today. At least for me. Hiya. Your name's blue for me. It's orange on stream. Yeah. I found a way how to view the area without getting too close for the game to crash. I will start deleting random things until it works. Ah. That is interesting. Try cylinder or 4-bay hoppers. I will. I was about to do that. Yes, it does load. It does load on these ones, for example. Oh, did not mean to zoom out that far. Not quite the texture I want. Yeah, it seems to be very, very stretched, which isn't ideal. Anyway, I might use... I might use a different thing. I might use... a different cargo, a different load type, which maybe looks a bit more like sugarcane, but which actually isn't. Let's see what else there is. Actually, what are the default things for it? Well, what would wood chips look like? Nah, looks too powdery. Sulfur lumps. I mean, sulfur lumps, it still looks very blurry. But maybe a bit better? Iron ore, nope. Let's see what else is here. I mean, maybe sand could work? Nah, at least not that sand. Maybe this one. No, I have a feeling that everything looks very stretched in this wagon. Let me try coal, just for reference. Well, no, coal looks okay. I'm not sure. I will deal with that issue later. Let me re-chat again. The color of Chris, I would guess purple-red. For me it's orange. Yeah, if you don't set your color, it's always random. Where's Ghost Lady? Shadows? I don't know. I haven't heard from her the last few days. Attic probably. Do you like wake up in the middle of the night and you hear noises in your house? Yes, but that's just normal. Doesn't everybody do that? Location discovered. It has to do with something around the roundhouse. This is like detective work. Oh, I see. Interesting. Yep. Trying to find that little bastard. Coal was stretched a bit as well, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it was. Excuse me, sir. Have you encountered any game crashing objects around these parts? No, and you can't prove that I have. Also, you missed my message. I'll post it again. Maybe search for Sugarcane load on the DLS. Did I? No, I didn't miss it. I did read it. I mean, I might as well look for it now. I was going to only do it when I actually need it, but I might as well do it now. Maybe this one. Cane load. I can try. This one maybe. Although I'm not sure what the difference between the two is. No, that's a route. Oh, those are... Oh yeah, they're narrow gauge, these ones. It's all 2-foot gauge. This one maybe. And yeah, these ones are the field textures, of which I've already downloaded one. Actually, cane truck. What does that say? New version available. Well, let's just download this one. It should download the newest version. Narrow gauge 2, not what I'm looking for. Okay. Right. Alright, must have missed it. Have you heard of the eggliner? Eggliner. Oh, eggliner. Yes, I have. Eggliner, you did mention before, yeah. Have you heard of the Texas State Railroad 300? I can't say that I have. Can't say that. Can't say that I have, exactly. Well, I could, but I haven't. Search it if you can. Oh, right, this. Looks beautiful, says Kango. Let's see. Oh, yes. Right, it does. Very red. By the way, it was a locomotive, a red steam locomotive there in the picture. Right, so let's see. No, this is probably narrow gauge, actually. Is it? Yeah, it is. It is narrow gauge, definitely. GW Hurricane. Not exactly what I'm looking for. Oh, right. This is the broad gauge thing. Right. There was a locomotive design which had the boiler on a truck over here, and which was then connected to a separate wagon which had the driving wheels on it, which of course isn't very good because there is basically no weight on them, so they wheel slip a lot, but look good. Right, it's the loading platform with the multiple industry. Oh, broad gauge, Hurricane. Yeah, I know. Wait, do you mean the actual building itself? Or do you mean the platform building with the cars that load the cars? Ah, you found the culprit. Probably, I don't know. Cane load. Actually, let's see what this can be loaded by. It's the multiple industry. Wait, so the multiple industry, but why? Why would that be causing issues? It's the same multiple industry object that, well, that I always use. That is actually okay. I'll just quickly have a look and see if it's maybe a special one. What's going on with it? Sorry, we haven't actually got any building done this stream so far. Hopefully I can make it up. It's sad that they don't have any Brazilian locos routes. Maybe there are some. I haven't checked, to be honest. I don't know. It must have corrupted somewhere. So you mean this one? This multiple industry here? Yep, it's multiple industry new. You're coming with me, you scrawny little platform. But I work fine for other people. I never meant to harm anyone's route. Don't take me away. Yeah, that's what they all say. Oh, so this has happened multiple times? I see. Right, so is it this platform, Slovak? Anyways, I removed the multiple industries from the location. It works now. Well, if you add it back in, will it still work? If you just add the object? Actually, here's the thing. If you load a different route that uses multiple industries new, does that also crash? Or is it only this route? There has been a Shea locomotive reskinned into a Brazilian locomotive, I think. Yes, it starts with FRT. I wasn't there since the egg liner. There was a huge progress. on the Milton Valley Road. Oh, I see. We've literally done nothing on it except place the cranes. Oh, I guess. It was another route. Oh, this route. Only this route. Anyways, replacing it now. My idea... What commodities it had? Any idea? Oh, well, I can look it up. Guess we're going route hopping. It only had the car load. I think it was something like invisible car. However, I will look it up now, and then I'll tell you exactly what it is. So, it is automobile, and then in parentheses, invisible. You can see the little picture there if you're looking at the stream. That is it. I'm giving you 15 seconds to look at it, then I'll go out of the route. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. Imagine seeing one of these. You might have heard of the triplex locos. There were going to be quadruplex and quintuplex locos. I think I've heard of them. You mean the ones with the different... Ah, yes, I see. Yeah. I mean, those would be very interesting. However, I think the big issue with those is that either they wouldn't be able to go around corners at all, or the center bogies. The central bogies would need to be able to slide back and forth to accommodate the turn, but then how would you power those for a steam locomotive? You would have to do it with maybe belts or chains, but then that is very susceptible to damage and wear. So I think that's probably one of the big issues with those. Okay, so upon reconnecting the multiple industry, I noticed that the track connection at the junction end was corrupted. Yeah, that's strange. Lovely. Show me production and other too. Oh, right. Of course. I completely forgot. Sorry. Of course you need to see the other values as well, not just what load it was. I was thinking about the Milton Valley Railroad, sorry. All aboard, train from Milton Valley. Heading to Scar Hills, repeat. Train from Milton Valley heading to Scar Hills, all aboard. So I can, set it up. So yes, this is the industry. Size, so, I mean you should be, I'll zoom in a bit. So this is the queues section here. It's on this track 1, load into vehicle, of course, only. Process, you can see here, it's set up like this. So duration 30, produce 2 tons. And then here in the products, it's just this one. Sorry to hear that. Imagine if one of those chains would snap and one of the bogies would be lodged between the other 2 bogies and the wheels grinding against each other. Oh, that's not nice. Yeah, you mentioned it's buffering through the whole section of your reading chat. Brilliant. Right, well then I'll say it again. So here, you see, this is the queue section. Size 100, starts with 200 tons in it, which is 100 items. Load into vehicle. Duration 30, produces 2 tons, so 1 unit. And in products, I've got vehicle none and tons. Do you need to know anything further? Or is that okay? Processes start enabled was checked. What? But I still got it. Thanks. Great. What do you mean processes? Oh, up here. Well, that is default, start enabled. Great. Okay, in the process tab, yeah. Okay, now, hopefully we can actually do something on the Milton Valley Railroad. Right, so, where was I? Before I was distracted. Right, so this goes down to 3 meters. Right, I was making the outline for the next field over. Because I do want these to be in a grid. So, yeah, let's put in the water first. At least up to a certain area. Okay. Use this, should be a good size. And here we go. And I am deliberately squiggling the line a bit, so that it is a bit more interesting to watch as you're going by, and it's not just a completely straight line. Although it might have just gone a bit too close to the tracks, I'm not sure, I'll need to check that. Right, how does that look? Well, yeah, it is a bit too close to the tracks. Let me just do it something like this. That should be better. Yeah, that looks fine. Imagine if this engine actually existed. It's fictional. Oh, I see. Oh, that's strange. That is quite strange. Huh. Yeah, because with diesel electrics, you've got the diesel power plant in the main locomotive, then you've got the actual traction motors on the wheels, the electric traction motors, which use the electricity generated by the diesel power plant to propel it, which then kind of defeats the point of having connecting rods. But it's interesting, yes. Trench, yes. The reason the game crashed was because the track spline connecting to the industry connected that one vertex with itself and also the industry. Industry can have only one track connection per vertex, and obviously vertex cannot connect to itself. But how? That works for me. You saw me load it. That is the version from the DLS. And it worked for you previously, since then I haven't updated it. What happened? Is it just the game just saving that that thing didn't work? I have no idea. Oh wow. Is it steam? Is diesel? It's steesel. Well, actually, there are diesel steam locomotives. So locomotives that burn diesel to heat up water to turn into steam to then use in a conventional manner. So it's not that wouldn't be a diesel electric, it'd be a diesel steam locomotive. I think it's a fusion. Deem just doesn't sound as good. Yeah, true. Okay, so how wide are these fields? They're about this wide, so I think this should go up to over here probably. Yes, but it got corrupted as I cloned it into TRS-19 edit. Ah, but I thought you said that you had tried re-downloading it from the DLS. Wouldn't that then have fixed it? And I guess the parameters were just right to be wrong. Yeah, that's always the way it is, isn't it? Everything has to be just right to be wrong. Also, I'll need to connect these waterways, so there will be actually bridges on the track, which will be quite nice. Probably put in some small trestles. That looks good. So I will add this canal. Although So Slovak, you mean... But the strange thing is, though, that the version that you gave me crashed at that same location. So when you cloned it, you must... I'm assuming you placed locomotives there or went past Martintown at some point. Of course you did. You flew over it after you've cloned it when you showed me. So it must have gotten corrupted after you'd placed all the stuff there, but before you sent it to me, because it did crash for me there as well. And then when you re-downloaded it, oh, then you cloned it, and that's how it happened, presumably. That's strange. I did re-download it, but it's to clone it to be able to download it. My guess is that it was one unlucky coordinate. Exactly. I could not have put it better myself. I think that because the sugarcane now is shadows, it's making it lag a lot more. Not sure what the shadow setting is actually set at the moment. I may need to turn that down. Right, so next water connection. I wanted to line up with these ones, so I'm actually just going to go straight through, and I'll worry about bridges later. Right, that looks fairly straight. Let's put in another one here. Like this. Then let's put in the water. It should really flow in by itself, but for some reason it doesn't like to do that. Right, I now still need to do this bit, which connects over to there. And I'll probably continue these along here as well, if there are more fields over this way. No, this is too wide, I think. Just a little bit. Yeah, is this better? How does that curve look? Is that good enough? No, it's too diagonal here. It needs to be a bit more like this. And then if I get the height up here, so to set it to 0, then kind of smooth this out a bit like that. Good. So I think that those are the canals done for this point at the moment. And next I'll do the fields, and then I'll continue with the canal work on other areas. Let me read chat. N3V, remove the shadows again. They make the 2D assets that did somewhat work look even worse, and they lag everything up. Well, I think, if anything, N3V should buy me a new Mac so that I can run it better. That would help more, I think. Those sugar fields and canals are very delightful, Paradise. Thank you. They look great. I also placed down some of my traffic spawners so the roads get more populated. Yes, I noticed that the roads are quite empty on my routes as well. No. So, do you want a region with more realistic and different car variety too? Ah, do you mean for the Milton Valley Railroad or for the Scar Hills? Because for the Scar Hills, I think that the normal US is fine. For Scar Hills, I'm not sure yet because for Scar Hills, I'm pretty sure it's fine. For Milton Valley Railroad, I'll probably look into that myself a bit later on. Also, a random question: is the Milton Valley Railroad seasonal? No, it is not. It is permanently locked in kind of early autumn. Shadow's pretty sure he meant Scar Hills. Yeah, I think he meant Scar Hills. I'm not certain though. Scar Hills. Yeah, now I am. Now I am certain. Right, so I think the normal traffic should be fine for that, the normal US traffic. I would like to use a trestle which goes over both, which is used for both rail and road. I don't have one good for Milton Valley, at least not for the area. Alright, maybe add sugarcane harvester as well. I'm not sure what a sugarcane harvester looked like back then. Also, will the field also get road access? Alright. I might put in a few little wooden bridges going over to them. However, I'm not really sure. Alright, good. So let's look for trestle, see if I can find one that would fit. Let's see if I can remember how to type this. Nope, not like that. Tress. Oh, it's just like that, apparently. Oh, well, that's interesting. Good. Maybe watch this as research sometime. What is that? Interesting. Yeah, so it would basically, according to that, it would basically just be tractors, which I might place some in the fields. I might do that. So tractors and such with tipper trailers, perhaps. Actually, this might not look that bad. If I added more on and supports, basically. Let's see how it would look underneath these tracks. I don't want it to be... I need it to be wide enough to be able to support the track bed. The ballast, I mean. Is that good? No, the ballast sticks out, you see. Although I might be able to put in a different track for this bit. So if I actually, are there supports? Actually, might be better ones here. Nope, not that one. Not that one either. Timber trestle thing? No, that's only for one track. No, it doesn't look good. Let's see what the tracks section has to offer. Because I could use some of these, just put them underneath. Though I don't think that would look good. I mean, this is a good bridge. Not for this location, but it is a good bridge. 3 tracks though. Don't forget to say, shadows, maybe rails on, yeah, probably. 5, alright, the long, close proximity of roads to the tracks require me to place the traffic spawners in quite hidden areas, way too far apart. Yeah, that is a bit of an issue. 5k plus drawing distance recommended. Yeah, the thing is, with the procedural tracks, the yard lags for me anyways, and that's without any trains in there. Because originally I did have the route as using procedural tracks, but then I changed it to normal tracks because it was just too laggy. So if you update it for TRS 19 to use procedural tracks, then the with locos and rolling stock in there, I will probably only be able to have a minimum render distance, and with graphics settings set way down to be able to even run it at all. If at all. Yes. Yikes, that would make it lag. Screen goes black. Are there supports? I'm looking for something with which I can support the trestle. Actually, this might work. Or this. Maybe this is better. So let's see. If I placed 2 sort of here, I will figure something out. Okay, well, I hope you will. Let's see what these look like. I will have to move them down. Although that doesn't look too bad if I change the track. Maybe chat will be able to deliver if you need support shadows. Oh, that's nice. Now, let's see what the rails only thing, if I've got something that might work for that. I mean, maybe these dock rails. Maybe if I centered it a bit more. Maybe like this. Do these rails? No, they're too wide. These rails are too wide. What about these ones? Let's see. Can I actually just replace those? Bulk replace. This track. Actually, is that? No, that's the support. Do not want the support in there. Dock rails, these are the ones I want. Just to be sure, let's do it like this. Yes, these ones are much better. They actually fit. Great. So do you think this looks good? Maybe if I moved the spline a little bit further up. Maybe 0.4. And of course, I need to move this one back. Yeah, that looks better. So, what do you think? Do you think this looks okay? If I add supports over here as well on this side. Moment of truth. Oh, doesn't look half bad. Also, Slavic Eagle, is the in-driver FPS camera in Service Pack 2, or is it a Trainz Plus thing? Try this. Looks right. Looks great. I think only in Surveyor. In driver, it's Trainz Plus. Alright, thanks. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Because they're merged. I would move the ballast underneath, though. Remove. Yeah, it's not textured yet. But I'm just wondering if this bridge design looks good. Because I'm not entirely convinced so far. I mean, I think it looks okay, but I'm not sure if it looks good, if you know what I mean. One of the alternatives I can do, Shadow's, is replacing all roads for mine with traffic, but it wouldn't work in cities and wouldn't fit in country either. I'd say just leave it as normal with normal traffic in that case. Yes, we probably won't get any, or if any, very, very little, but I think that might be better. I think it looks good. Well, what do you think, Slovak? Do you think it looks good? The bridge? I mean... Maybe if I cut the road as well. Should I maybe try putting the grass lines and textures down near the bridge? I know it's not done yet, but it might help determine. Nah, that wouldn't help determine. Well, not me at least. Maybe if I remove the dirt road on it. Actually, no, that was the wrong button. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to delete that. Oh, is that? Oh, that's already a piece. Oh, I see. I think that makes it look much better, with the dirt road not going over it. But just to it. Maybe I can place one of those old tractors on it. Not one of those. Just to make it more clear that this is actually being used for stuff as well. Actually, maybe I can put a truck like this on it. Although, nah, I think I like a tractor better. Oh, one of these. One of these might look well. Good. I say well a lot when I mean good. I could also place a human there, who's maybe looking down the water. Let's look for... I know there are some farmers that look quite good. Arms folded, yep. Maybe just sort of there. Not in the water. Although that could also be quite funny. But no, I mean on the bridge. Thank you. So just kind of looking out there. Like that. I think that makes it look much more real. And he's clipping a very little amount. Let's move him back a little bit. like this. Right? I like it. At the moment it kind of looks like a bridge just coming out of the factory. Yeah. Yes, looks good. Yes, turns into a snake. Yes, I know. Tractor would be marvelous. Work well. Would have worked better. For the road bridge, in build there might be a type of dirt road without the ballast thing, with the wheel lane only. Yeah, that's a good point. I've got an idea. Place the tractor's trailer in the canal, and then him having his arms crossed would make sense. Maybe. I don't want it... I mean, it might be fun to play something like that, but I don't want this to be too bad of a scene. I mean, too bad of a thing have happened here. Because this will always be like this. There won't be a... This will likely not be different. I mean, I could put it on... I could put it on a bound layer and then have it only for one session like this. But most of the time, it's going to be like this, unless I changed it, so... Well, there is something that looks like this for the tire tracks. Does that look better or worse? True. Maybe not then. Maybe just have the trail attached to the tractor. Maybe. Do you think that looks good with the tracks going over it? Are you on that big of a delay? Trails. Exactly. Not convinced. With that wheel lane, I think it looks better. Might be good? Yeah. Because the thing is, with these dirty, muddy roads, tractors going over this would drag mud onto it. And I think it looks good. It wouldn't be that clean because of the dirt road, yeah. Yeah. I can't really make the wood itself dirtier. This is the best I can do, really. I think it looks good like this. It shows that care has been put into how this looks. It's not just a bridge has been put over it, it's like actually been cared for. Right. Now let's make let's make the other bridge, because we've got 2 of these. We might actually have 3 of them or more when I make... Oh, there we go. When I make the... Yeah, leave it then. Good. When I make the field over on this side, I will probably have canals going through here as well, so we'll probably need more bridges over here, which will be interesting to build. But for now, let's just focus on these. Actually, for this, let me paint the ballast down, and then I'll replace the tracks, just so that I know exactly what I'm working with. And yes, I realize I don't really need to do it over here because I'm not working on this area at the moment, but if I'm at it, I might as well do it here. Right. Not sure what I'll do here for the texture underneath this area yet. Need to have a look at that later. Also save. Right, now let's replace the tracks. The tracks that be replaced. The tracks that be replaced. Yes. Trainz, here's an idea. How about if you would just leave the terrain adjusted to the tracks over the canals and just put a pipe spline below the tracks? That could work. That could work. However, I think that the bridges look better. And I have seen on Google Street View, I did go along some sugarcane plantations, and there are a lot of short bridges connecting canals. I'm not sure if it's everywhere the same, but I like the look of bridges anyway, and it is at least somewhat realistic. Actually, no, not like that. That would replace it the other way. I wanted to replace this way, haha. Ta-da! Right, now as you can see over here, got the rusty tracks going over here and the more used tracks going straight ahead. And of course this is having issues because I connected it beforehand. It doesn't replace it. I'll need to do it like this, and I'll need to do it with the other one as well. Over here. Yeah, I do. Actually, can I disconnect it like that? No. Like that. That's better. Now let's save. Might not be too realistic to have the bridges everywhere. It is somewhat. But it looks nice. Yeah, true. Bridges do look good. Sure then. Let's bring on the bridges. Ah. Good. Because I was about to do that. Haha. Right. Which way around does it need to go? Wait, is this the correct one? No, that's the wrong one. I was using this one with a railing, yes. Right. So let's just do it from there to there. Let's use the same elevation. Actually, with this elevation, you'd still be able to see the yeah. I was about to say it would look okay like this. However, you would still be able to see the ballast underneath it, probably. Yeah, the ballast underneath it. I mean, you wouldn't really see it if you're just going over. But I think it looks better with the other track. Right? Let's align these. That's pretty well aligned. Sure. Yeah, keep it the same, I'd say. The same as... Oh, you mean... No, yeah, if I didn't keep it the same here as on the other one, then I would change the other one so that it will be the same. Yes, I'm not going to have them different. Alright, yes, good. There we go. Just straighten this bit, I think. Now let's add the tracks. By that I mean the tire tracks. Actually, let's grab the height from the other area over here. Oh, 2.13, is that? Oh, no, that has to be, that's probably the bridge spline I just grabbed, right? Let's see. Yeah, it's the bridge spline. Okay, I'll have to do it manually then. just sort of like this. Maybe it was 2.13 then, but that looks fine, I think. Yes. Although this does need to be applied, the height. So there's the little lip, which I wanted. So just sort of like this. Is that aligned? Not exactly. Let's do it like that. Good. Yeah, to do like the other tracks, yeah. So no bells, no sleepers. I bet that bridge is feeling pretty tired. Haha. Feels odd not having Mr. W go ugh after that one. Yeah, it is kind of different without him here. Strange. Right. No, do not want to place that. I need the supports again. Who needs bridge construction simulator? Right. Blerk. Can't do anything with this internet. The stream is cutting out every 5 seconds. Oh, I'm sorry. It's really, I could stream at a lower resolution, but the resolution is already quite low as it is, and I mean, you know that I can't really do that, so sorry, can't really change anything there. I mean, you get used to it. Sorry about that. The internet will always be with you in spirit. That's funny. I wish. Chat is working at least. Video ain't. Yep, that's the one boon. Now that you know what that word means, you keep on using it. That's nice. Although boon boon is a thing that is given by the gods, I think. A thing someone meant to aid something. Aid of the gods, I think it means. Although it could be mistaken. I could be mistaking it for a different word. Nah, don't stream at low resolution. Yeah, I wasn't going to. Sorry to say that bluntly, but I really... The pros outweigh the cons in this case. You would have to stream at 1:1 resolution, 1:1 pixel resolution from internet to stop cutting it off every 5 seconds. But 6 seconds. Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, on the plus side, there is a lovely bridge here, which I'm sure you can see at least a little bit. Right, now, what does this feel like when you're driving over? Let's just test it quickly. Trisha, I think I did know that and what it meant before, but I kind of forgot because I never saw anyone use it, and I didn't use it myself either. Oh, I see. Right. Actually, let's fiddle with the weather. And by that I also mean time of day. Oh, that's nice. Let's just do it like this, sort of. And also weather, let's try rainy. Also, let's increase the volume a bit. Although that sounded quite loud. I think it's probably too loud now. Let me just turn it back down a little bit. Sorry. Sorry. Should I imagine if the bridge collapsed while going over it? Ooh, that would be unfortunate. Yes, let's whittle with the feather. Exactly what I said. Don't want to go too fast. I think, well, I think 30 was the speed limit we settled upon, or maybe it was 25. Can't remember. Definitely not already posing for a thumbnail. I think something like this might make a good thumbnail. Maybe zoomed in a bit. Maybe something like this could be a good thumbnail. Or maybe something like this. That could be good. You see, and so the brave camelback approached the bridge. Trainz, yeah, but you'll work on the route again after you're finished driving, right? Right? Yeah. It's just that I'm not sure that we'll get that much done. So if I'm already driving here, then I might as well do it now. Here we've got the little siding, so the trains can pass each other. Or actually maybe it was 45 speed limit, I'm not sure. Not 45, 35 maybe. Thumbnail might be better with dirt texture in small river. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Not going this way yet, there's nothing back there. Just want to drive to the yard, it's not that far. Quite nice to have a bit of rain in the game. Although, a strange thing is that in TRS 19, if it even rains a little bit, you'll occasionally hear thunder. Not just during a storm. Which is a bit odd. Here we go. Going past Knago Holt. See, just like that, you heard the thunder. So probably here would be a better word to use there. You only really get a feeling for how large this locomotive is when you see people next to it. It looks so small otherwise. Oh, this looks good. I mean, maybe I'll just use this as a thumbnail. Because that looks good, I think. And the fog. There we go. I know I usually take it out of the film, but if it's not at the end, I need to go looking for it, and that would take more time than to actually put the photo in, the screenshot in. Yes. Quite lonely out here, isn't it? Oh, by the way, here's something I found out. The American whistle code for a grade crossing, the long, long, short, long, that was actually invented on British railway. It's just one little line that used it. didn't really catch on. But in America they used it, and there it really caught on. The thing I learned was that it's actually Morse code for the letter Q, which stands for quarantine, as in to quarantine the level crossing. So to get people off of it. 35 it was, right. So, yes. It makes sense, and well, it was translated. I did see it translated, and it does actually mean Q. So, long, long, short, long, or dash, dash, dot, dash, does mean Q. Having the tracks go on the dirt road for that little bit is quite a nice idea, but wouldn't it be more realistic if the siding branched off to the other way? Yeah, I might work with that. I might put something else on that side. Might put something else on that side, or I might put the water a bit closer. Knago, yay, lovely. Riding on the city of New Orleans. Yeah. Shadai's brilliant little fact. That's very interesting. Alright. Alright indeed. And we've got some more time to do some more building. Feels like we've only just started. Which we kind of have. Yes. You can see it's still half raining. Which is why I suggest that you, whenever you go to Quick Drive, if you want to build some more, you go out into the main menu and then go back in, just so that works. Right. So, let's see. What did I want to do? I wanted to paint. Well, sure, let's paint. I'll keep that in mind. Whenever I need a practically all-powerful being, I'll just transmit that into space. Dash, dash, dot, dash. Yes. And if you're lucky, you'll get a prankster turning up. I like how you said practically all-powerful, because you knew that if you had said all-powerful, that I would have then said that it's actually not true, because there are multiple of them, and then if each one of them is more all-powerful, then, well, then each one would have the power to be more powerful than the other one, which it couldn't have, which means that then there would be something that it couldn't do, which means it's not all-powerful. So, yes, even though you did say practically, then I still said it. XD. Yeah, didn't avoid it. Sorry. Right. I'm actually quite looking forward to returning back to the mountains on the Milton Valley Railroad once I'm finished with the main line. I know that I'm not really talking that much. However, I don't really need to, because, well, this is what the streams are originally supposed to be for. Just so that, well, you can see the development of it and in every detail. So, yeah, Shadows, same. Will be also good. Wait, what's up there again? In the mountains? There was... I know where this is going. There was this really big structure, but what was it? Damn, I've forgotten. Yeah, I know where that was going. Hey, that's it. XD. Haha. Yes. It's also good that it's not too active today because I feel a bit tired. Yes. Save again. It's quite strange to think that the Coleman Mountains Railroad will actually be released soon. Okay, I might as well talk about that. So, I finished the Coleman Mountains Railroad either last year or the year before, I'm not sure. Probably, I think it was last year. And I had intended to release it as DLC back then. However, there was other stuff I needed to do before I could get into the content creator program. Like, not as a requirement, but just for me, I didn't have the time to do that. So, yeah, and then eventually I made the screenshots and the trailer and descriptions, so on. And I signed up to the content creator program too. The first content creator program with Trainz and Era, because I wanted it to work, the route to work for both Trainz and Era and TRS-19. So, yeah, I signed up to it, but I couldn't release it yet because the trailer wasn't completely finished. Yes, so then it took another bit of time, quite a long bit of time, and then I tried to go back, open the content creator page, but it said that it was no longer usable because they're switching to content creator program 2, which is in beta but not out yet. So then that took a long time before that got released, because that actually only got released with TRS-19 Service Pack 2, because it's now actually integrated into the launcher. So you access it through there, no longer from the website, which means that the routes, which I intend to put up for sale, is actually also another one, the J Valley line, I need to do via TRS-19. I can't upload it to support Trainz and Era anymore. At least I don't think I can. I haven't actually tried it, but I don't think I can because I have to do it via TRS-19. So I loaded up. I loaded up in TRS-19, and I mean I did convert to TRS-19 beforehand, and it looked okay. I mean, yes, okay. So in the Coleman Mountains Railroad, I was originally using 2D forests because it's a seasonal route. It's actually the first fully seasonal route, which I finished. And yeah, the first fully seasonal route, which I finished. And I wanted to use the TB forest stuff because those 2D trees look so good, at least in a new era they did. So I made the entire route with those trees, so from the very beginning with those assets. And I think Trainz crashed. So good, they haven't fixed this bug. Which, yeah, when I imported it into TRS-19, it looked okay. It looked okay. But yeah, the 2D objects being so dark from one side didn't look great. But it looked okay, and since I wanted to have it work on Trainz in Era and TRS-19, I decided that would be okay, because it's mainly meant for Trainz in Era. So, yeah. Then, when Service Pack 2 released, well, for one thing, I couldn't install it for quite a while because of preparations. But yesterday, the preparations were all finished, and I updated. The updating process went fine, but when I loaded up the CMR, Comet Mouse Railroad, then I discovered that my shadows worked again, because the thing is, with for a long time, only some of the shadows actually worked in TRS-19. So that included the 2D trees, which meant that when I originally thought that it looked fine in TRS-19, I wasn't seeing the shadows cast onto the trees by the other trees, which then just made it look horrible. It didn't look good anymore, and yeah, so I had to replace them with speed trees, which I'm still in the process of doing. The main trees I have already replaced. However, the 2D splines, bushes, grass, that sort of thing, I haven't yet. So I'm glad that I replaced the trees with speed trees, because it looks so beautiful. In some areas it looks more beautiful than it did before. However, with the bushes it's a different matter, because the speed trees make it lag more. And as you may have, as you may know, TRS-19 is quite laggy for me anyways. If there's, like for example, procedural tracks, if there's any amount of procedural tracks, it will lag. If there is a considerable amount of trains on the screen at once, it will lag. The same with speed trees. Yes, here I'm using quite a lot of speed trees, and it isn't lagging that much, but these are STRMM trees, which are quite performance efficient, and I've actually got 2D trees over here as well to fill this out a bit more. With the CMR, Comet Mountains Railroad, I am only using speed trees, so it is a bit more laggy in some areas. I hope that the trailer, I'll be able to remake the trailer, because I have to remake the trailer and the screenshots to feature speed trees now. I hope that that will still be okay. It won't be too laggy for it, because I don't want to show off the route in the trailer with it lagging, because nobody wants to buy that. If someone looks at the trailer and then thinks, oh, well, this route is so badly made that it even lags for its creator, then no, that wouldn't work. So, yeah, hopefully it won't lag as much for that. However, what I was saying before is that, yeah, for the shrubbery, I could get rid of all of the splines, replace them with shrubs, but the thing is, I haven't really been able to find speed tree shrubs that are seasonal or bushes. So I've decided to keep the splines, but instead put small speed tree trees or shrubs, if I can find them, in between to kind of break it up a bit. And I spent a long time today looking for those. I ended up settling on, I think, sugar maple trees, small sugar maple trees. That look quite good. However, it didn't look good enough yet, so I've decided to also put in a bit of a darker grass texture underneath the splines, underneath the shrub splines, which then also lowers the contrast a bit with the splines and the ground. And I've done that in a few areas of the route, small areas, and it looks quite good. Looks quite good. So now I'll have to do that on the entirety of the route, whatever you want. And once I've done that, I'll remake the trailer, remake the screenshots, and then it'll be submitted. which will be an adventure. I have no idea if it will be accepted the first time around, or if they'll want me to change stuff, or if they'll need to create certain files or whatever for it to work. I'm just going to try it, and hopefully it'll work. Yes. Then it'll finally be on publicly available, which is going to be great after working on it for such a long time. Anyway, let me read chat. And with the trailer, you did compose the soundtrack for that yourself, correct? Yes, I have the music for it. I loved it, actually. Am I kidding? I still do. Haha. Yeah, TB assets are so great. Yeah, but the thing is that a lot of the TB assets now appear as third party, even though they're on the download station, which is, at least in TRS-19, which is very strange. I hope that won't cause any issues. Also, is the alpha bug fixed now with the transparency grading, if that's the correct terminology? You mean for things like... you mean for 2D trees and such? I'm not sure what you mean. Looked good before, but in TRS-19 and 10 they don't look that good. Not sure what you mean. You mean on 2D trees and things like that? Can't wait to drive on the CMR myself when you are done with the replacing. Haha. How large, about, is the CMR? It is 50 miles long, so 80 kilometers, and that's all the branch lines connected as well, so 80 kilometers. Probably closer to 81-ish, but I kind of rounded it. Transparency grading for things like light beams and things like that. Oh, that! I don't think that it's... I don't think that it is fixed. I think it's the same. They look really strange nowadays, yeah. 80 kilometers in-game? Yes, 80 kilometers in-game. If I mean, I've got a map that I drew. If I go here... over here. Oops, that I did not mean to do that. So you can see, this is the map. The bit on the right, so this bit here... Oh, I can't scroll back up, that's annoying. The bit on the right actually connects to the line that goes off to the left of that. So on the right side, that there's the line below Hatepa, which goes into the off. That's actually where it connects to. So yes, all this network altogether is 80 kilometers. Yes. Right. That's large. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. It also takes a long time to drive it. But compared to Central Europe, it is tiny. Tiny, I tell you. And Central Europe's not even finished. That is such a mad project. And mad, I mean that in a way that basically means that it's a little bit mad. Well, not really. It's more of a term of endearment. Why is it suddenly laggy? Yep, scenarios are very good too. Thank you. And the drawn down map makes it look very professional. Well, thank you. Not saying it wasn't before. Ah, yes. Right, so let's try it like this. The length's not exactly perfect, but I'll need to change it anyway, like move it about anyway. Oh, of course it's not an object, it's a spline, so it'll be on the tracks. Right, so I'll fix it now, and then I'll copy it from there. CMR? Yes, Coalmint. Oh, mountains, yes. Railroad, XD. I forgot, lol. That's funny. CMR, Coalmint. Oh, mountains, yes. Railroad, XD. I forgot. It happens, yeah. Yeah, how funny. Actually, I'll turn on this mode so I can see if it's on the grid or not. Actually, let's move it down to about there. Random bursts of peculiar hilarity are almost always fun. Yeah. XD. Yep. Yes, you're right. You are... Oh, come on, don't crash again. Seriously? Okay. Well, let's just give it a minute or two. I don't think I undid anything and then saved afterwards. Maybe Service Pack 2 just crashes more. Or maybe it's just luck. No! No? Well, I don't think that Trainz heard that. Unfortunately, I don't think Trainz heard you. Yes, I know it's not been a minute yet. Nope, I'm not going to leave it for 3 minutes. I'm going to force quit it again. I know it's not ideal. However, I've only got a very little time left, which I don't want to spend waiting for it to load. Should I scream louder? Maybe Trainz will hear you then. I'm gonna have to be quite loud for the folks in Australia to hear me. Yeah. Crush might be luck. Last time I built about 2 hours without crush. Well, I think you misunderstood me. I don't have a crush on Trainz. I mean, I do love it as a game, but not anything more than that. Yeah. XD. Yeah, the word you were looking for was crash, not crush. I know, English isn't your native language, it's fine. Haha. Ah, ah. Oh, and that didn't work well. I wanted to switch the layer, but it did not happen the way I wanted it to. There was a crash. Wink. Yes. I thought you meant that. Is that gonna be good? Hopefully it will be. No. I need to select the entire spline, otherwise it won't count it as being selected, which is actually quite good. Which just means I need to reselect it like this. Yeah, that should be fine. I'll need to move them anyway. In terms of accident, yes. Ah. Actually quite tricky to do like this because the pointer is so far away that even a small movement up and down, up or down, moves it quite a lot. So maybe a more, well, a steeper angle would be better, but then it's more difficult to see the edge because it'll be off screen. Wrong. Here's a question. Are these 5 meter or 10 meter? 5 meter. Ah. Why do you ask? Because of the grid in which I was pasting? Right, I don't want these to be all the same length because that might look a bit strange, so I'm just going to move them slightly. Yeah, it might not change. It might not change what? Don't know why I put that song in my head. The grid size might not change the selection and position grids. I think it does. I'm not 100% sure though, but I think it does. Not pink, not green, not aquamarine. Exactly, not green, not aquamarine. Now you're... And certainly not aquamarine. Haha. Yeah, exactly. I knew it. You probably typed XD or a laughing face or something like that. Either that or you already... you typed that after you've already heard me say it, in which case you're not surprised. So you don't find it funny because you didn't type it after I'd already said it, which means that you probably wouldn't have typed that. We're painting the roses red, we're painting the roses red. We dare not stop or waste a drop, so let the paint be spread. We're painting the roses red, we're painting the roses red. Got some news from the creator of the British Discord server for all Trainz sims. He's working on brand new London. There is not a T at the end of that. It would be brand new London, not brand new London. I think. New London underground tracks and trains and stations. Oh, that is very nice. I did download that new Waterloo and City line. A new Waterloo and City line. That new Waterloo and City line. Because it might be nice making a knockoff London Underground, which also goes overground a bit, then dips back underground, kind of weaves its way through the city. Maybe still have some of... Because actually, the London Underground was actually the Metropolitan Railway, the first line, was a separate company, which was actually partly funded by the GWR, the Great Western Railway, which means that the, at least, I'm not sure if it's all of it, but at least part of the line, the Metropolitan line in London, is built to support the GWR's broad gauge track gauge, which means that a lot of the tunnels are actually wider than they need to be now because, well, it doesn't use broad gauge anymore. But that's actually quite interesting. And a lot of the Metropolitan line is actually overground as well. Here's another interesting fact. When the Metropolitan line was built, Paddington was actually... I'm not sure... Yeah. Well, actually, yes. I think it is true when it was built. Maybe it was a bit earlier. But I think when the Metropolitan line was built, Paddington was a village outside of London. London hadn't swallowed it up yet. Which is quite interesting considering how central Paddington is now to London. Not sure I like that. I might need to change it a bit. But yeah, creating a sort of knockoff London Underground would actually be quite a lot of fun, because I have actually tried that quite a few times in the past with Trainz, but I never really got anywhere because I always made... I didn't know a lot of the tricks that I do now. So I always used to make the actual tunnel objects underground, not just tracks with a tunnel around it, that are not actually a tunnel, but actual tunnel assets, which obviously don't work that well. You can't do junctions, that sort of thing. And then to put them into stations, I always had to make it go out of the tunnel and into the station, and then it didn't look great, and then stuff like that. If I tried to make it now, it would be much better. Also, it's crashed again. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe it's an issue with memory, because maybe it's because I'm streaming, maybe Trainz from before didn't clear memory. Because the thing is, the Combe Mountains Railroad didn't crash. I've been using Service Pack 2 all day on that, and it never froze, it never crashed. So I don't know what's up with that. I'll read chat, then I'll force quit it. I'll quickly load it back in, sorry, to see what's there, and then I'll end the stream. Cuts out. Maybe it was a pun? Branded new? Yeah, I mistyped. Yeah, that new Waterloo and City line are made by the same guy. Oh, it is! Oh, very nice. When those assets get released, could you notify me? Because I would be interested in downloading those if you... I mean, just if it's not any trouble. Trainz, maybe you could use some trains like these. Boxes. I mean, they do look good. They do look good. Maybe. The exact one doesn't exist in Trainz, as far as I know. Brand is using those new assets already to make a fictional London Underground themed route. Yeah, that is quite fun to do, isn't it? This is Carford. Change here for the Garlands and Fitzworthy lines. Knock off Lou. Yes, knock off Lou. That's a fun thing to say, especially if you know that Lou in British English means toilet. Yeah, I saw in voice chat. Very nice. Trainz, maybe check the Milton for errors and warnings? It's fine, I think. And its sessions? It only has one. Trainz, also the re was from painting the roses. Oh, right, I see. Painting the roses, yeah. Also, make sure you don't use the save and exit. Forgot to tell you that. What the game does is that it is trying to save. I know, but it can't for some reason. So after a few minutes, you get a notification saying there isn't enough space. I know. I know. This thing happened to me in Trainz A New Era as well back then. It did. Although, a strange thing is that with the session, if I'm editing a session, if I save it normally, and then try to exit, it says save again. And then if I do save there, then it works fine. It exits the game, it works fine. I haven't run into the save and exit thing yet, even though I've used it. Maybe it's different for the Mac version, I don't know. Okay, let's revert it. Session. Happens only sometimes, but it's annoying. Yeah. Yep, it happens on a few occasions to me too. Yes, but the thing is that I just saved normally. I didn't even do save and exit. Yeah, so here we go. This is what we've done. I mean, I know I did spend a lot of time talking about stuff and then doing things with Scar Hills, but we did get quite a bit done, I think. Because if I think I've got this bit done here, next stream I'll put all the... Well, actually, next stream may be multiplayer. That will be announced on the Discord. It's not set in stone yet because there's been an issue with the session, I think. At least for me. Yeah, so I'll put in the Sugarcane's plans here, and then I'll probably make the field outlines on this side over here as well. Although, that is a question. I might... I mean, I had planned to put sugarcane fields over here as well, but it might actually look good. Well, no, I want this to be more open. I'll put them there. Probably just one row and then maybe some other fields or forest behind it there. Yeah, so that's it. That is it. It's saved, it's there, it's all good. Nothing's lost. Right, so now I'll go over to the ready screen. Not often though. Haven't installed the service pack 2 yet. Well, I only use normal saving anyways, and I edit only through session as well. Yeah. Hopefully Slovak's mic will feel better by then. It won't. I need a new headset, and I'm still looking for a good one. Alright. Well, to be honest, yes, your mic doesn't sound that great, but, I mean, you quickly get used to it. When I was in the voice chat yesterday? The day before? I'm not sure. I when I was in there for a little while, at first it sounded a bit strange, but then you kind of stop noticing it. I think it should be fine. If you'd like to come onto my stream using that mic, feel free to do so. I don't mind, honestly. Alright. Good luck, Slovak Eagle. Yes, indeed. So, with that, shoutouts, yes, Kangafango streams, OMSI2, Trainz map development, OMSI2 map development, yes, driving games, American Truck Simulator, Extreme Trucker 2, very fun stuff. Slovak Eagle also streams when its internet holds out and when his mic is working. He streamed a lot this summer. Anyway, yes, he's also part of the Central Europe development team. Huge Trainz map, there's a version of it available on the DLS. Have a look at it. I'm not sure if it works for Service Pack 2. You can ask Slovak on that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Thanks. Alright, it was a lovely stream. Yes, we didn't get that much done today. Not as much as I wanted, but thanks for watching, and bye! Alright, lovely stream, and for the shout out, yeah, but half of the day I don't even have the headset on properly, because it can't filter out electric noises properly. That is annoying. Yeah. Bye! So anytime I do anything in the headphone, just change pitch of the sound. Oh, that is... yeah. Well, if we could play multiplayer together, but you wouldn't be able to be in voice chat then, so yes, bye.